Are you looking for a new book to read? Well, keep watching because I'm about to share with you 3 must-reads. Hey guys, my name's Spencer and this is my channel, That Canadian Youth Pastor. I make videos helping students follow Jesus. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 books that helped me grow as a follower of Jesus and why if you read them, it will do the same for you. Let's get started. The first book is called The Problem of God by Mark Clark. This is one of my all-time favorite books. I've read it a couple times and I'm constantly going back to it for reference. In this book, Mark Clark tackles 10 different challenges skeptics often have against Christianity. In each chapter, he discusses things like God's existence, the reliability of the Bible, the problem of evil and suffering, and the Bible's view on sex. I really love this book because it helps you understand the rational basis for Christian belief. Now, I've read books like this before, but a lot of the times they're very heady and hard to understand. Now that's not to suggest that there aren't any parts in this book that get kind of like that, but what I like about The Problem of God is that Mark Clark uses illustrations and stories at timely moments that really help you understand things that perhaps are a bit more confusing. Ultimately, I think this book is a great introduction to apologetics for students and young adults. If you have questions or doubts about your faith, or maybe you just really want to grow in your understanding of it, then this is a book that you need to read. The second book I want to recommend to you is Hearing God by Nathan Finochio. In this book, Nathan deconstructs some of the most common myths Christians believe when it comes to hearing the voice of God. He provides practical biblical teaching on how we can come to hear God's voice every single day. I love this book because a lot of the times, hearing God's voice is something that maybe we assume only certain people can do, and Nathan breaks things down in such a way where you start to realize this is an area that everybody can grow in, including you and me. He provides awesome concrete examples and illustrations all throughout the book that really just kept connecting all kinds of dots for me. I had a lot of aha moments as I was reading. And he is a hilarious writer, so you're bound to have a couple laughs as you read through the book front to back. If hearing God's voice is something that you've struggled with in your relationship with God, then this book is definitely one that you need to read. But even if you feel like you already have a good handle on this topic, I would challenge you to read it anyway because he's probably going to challenge a lot of your preconceived ideas. Last but certainly not least, the third book I want to recommend to you is called How God Became King by N.T. Wright. N.T. Wright is one of my favorite authors currently. I've been working through a lot of his books, and this book is actually the first one that I ever read by him. In this book, N.T. Wright confronts many misunderstandings Christians have about the 4 Gospels in particular and the gospel message as a whole. When many Christians talk about the message of the gospel, I think sometimes we talk about it in a way where it's like it's just a message that we accept in order to get our tickets to heaven punched. Obviously, the gospel has eternal implications, and that matters. That's really important. But in this book, N.T. Wright focuses specifically on the implications that the gospel, when properly understood, has on the here and now. I love this book because it took my understanding of the gospel to a much deeper level, and it changed the way I saw the Bible. Specifically, it really helped me understand the storyline of the Bible and why the Old Testament matters a lot, because it really helps us get on a deeper level who Jesus was and what he came to accomplish. If you've ever found yourself thinking about your Christian faith and asking the question, so what? Maybe wondering what kind of an impact the gospel should have on your life today in the things that you're going through right now, this is definitely a book that you need to read. So what are your book recommendations for 2020? I would love to hear about them in the comments below. And hey, if you go on to read any of the books that I talked about in today's video, I would love it if you told me what you thought about them. Anyway, that's all we have for today. Hey, if you liked this video, it would mean a lot to me if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell notifications so that you can stay up to date with all of our weekly content. For now, we'll see you guys next Friday.